Hey you! You're watching a clip from the DynamiteGizmo podcast. This is not the full episode, but if you want to see the full episode, make sure to click the link in the description. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. Do it now! Here's the clip. I'm going camping this weekend. And I didn't realize that I chose this weekend. And this is the weekend that Kamaru Usman is fighting Joaquin Buckley. And there's a lot of other good fights on this card. So luckily there is somewhat of a cell phone connection, so I'm going to try my damnedest to watch it. Or at least some of the fights while I'm camping. It'll be interesting. It'll be kind of cool. Imagine sitting around the campfire watching UFC. I hope it works, dude. It might, I don't know, depends on the, whatever. Moving on to the next topic of discussion. Kevin Holland, my friend. Kevin Holland. He cannot get the belt, but guess what? He doesn't need it, nor does he even want it. Going into UFC 316, I voted against Kevin Holland. And it's not because I don't like him and I didn't want him to win. I didn't have faith. And he fucking turned it around and he did it. And you know what? I really like Kevin Holland now. I really do. And I don't think he's going to be champ. And that is the reason why I like him. All right? What if I told you that one of the UFC's most active fighters isn't chasing the title at all? Kevin Holland is redefining what success in the UFC looks like. And it's not about the gold. It's not about the belt at all. We're always talking about fighters who have the mindset, okay? Who want to dominate and who are obsessed with getting the belt. But what about the fighters who take a different route? Huh? The ones who are fine about not being at the top right away, who avoid the big names and who simply just want the paycheck. Okay? Let's take a look at the screen here. I've got a quick clip to show you. Our boy, Kevin Holland.
No, hell no. Michael Morales seems like a beast. I remember when there was a fucking thing going around about all the guys that were undefeated, and I was like, Michael Morales is like probably the biggest problem out of all of them. And I ended up getting stuck with Chimaev, and he fucked me up. So hell no. Keep me away from those undefeated guys. I want old guys, sorry guys, and easy fights. That's all I want. Those young guys, keep me the fuck away from them.
He doesn't want them. He doesn't want them. It's not too often you hear fighters talk that way. All right? You would think going into the UFC, it's all about the belt. You want the belt. That's why you train. But we've seen Kevin Holland 3 times already in 2025, and he's a perfect example of this other type of mindset that I'm talking about. In 2018, Kevin Holland won the Dana White Contender Series, and he fought 2 more times that year. In 2019, let me just back up here. I got to get out of the way. In 2019, he fought 4 times, and in 2020, he fought 6 times, setting a record for the most fights in a year. Okay? It's pretty fucking wild. And in 2021, he fought 4 times. 2022, another 4 times. 2023, 3 fights. 2024, 3 again. And in 2025, he's already fought 3 times with another one booked already. This mic is driving me crazy, dude. Why is it all over the place? That's what I'm talking. There we go. That's the stuff. That's the ticket. Okay, we're good. Stop fucking with the mic, dude. Kevin Holland might just be the most active UFC fighter we've ever seen who doesn't give a shit about the title. Doesn't give a fuck about the title. All right, let's watch another clip.
period.
Does it matter? Do you want a main event? Do you want 5 rounds or just whatever they give you?
No, I don't think I really need 5 rounds. It's like you guys all know Derek Lewis is my big brother, and we both preach on the same thing. Nobody wants to do extra rounds. It's like if you guys have never been to Main Street and trained, it's hot as fuck in there, and it's about to be the summertime. I don't want to do an extra 2 rounds in there. You know what I mean? It's like Bob's already gonna kill me. I don't need no more than that.
Well, Josh Van was in here, and he wants the main event against Brandon Moreno.
So he can have it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there you go, co-main.
Yeah, I'll co-main all day. I'm a big fan of Josh Van. I mean, I like the way the kid fights.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want. I know he's just talking about the rounds and not a title shot. But he's talking about title. He doesn't want the title yet, dude. And it's not even that he doesn't have the skills. He clearly does, and we know he does. He just told us time and time again he doesn't want 5-round fights. He doesn't want to climb that championship ladder. Why? Because he's not here for the belt. He's here for the money. That's what it is. It's about the money. It's interesting. It's interesting when you take a step back and look at it this way. The UFC is often seen as the ultimate proving ground where fighters work their entire lives to get to the top. Everyone assumes the goal is the belt, as I said, but Kevin's approach is a reminder that the UFC is also just a business. It's a business, okay? And for fighters like him and Derek Lewis, the goal isn't necessarily a title. It's just the paycheck. That's all it is. We saw when Derek Lewis said he couldn't care less about the title, and now Kevin Holland is making the same point. Kevin Holland even referencing Derek Lewis when he said he didn't want the title shot. Whoops. Put it back! Don't read my notes, dude. Stop reading my notes. Now you can look.
In that knockout, you get a title shot.
No, I ain't trying to no title shot. Hell no.
Hell no.
I want to just continue fighting like taxi cab drivers right now.
Okay.
You know, then we can start talking
Taxi
about
cab.
title shots.
He doesn't want it either. He wants to fight taxi cab drivers, dude. Kevin Holland was once ranked number 11 at middleweight. Did you know that? You must have. Jumping between welterweight and middleweight, but now he's focused on welterweight. And after beating Vincent Luque, he landed at number 14 in welterweight. That's ahead of MVP, who beat Kevin Holland on his UFC debut to earn his number 15 spot. Isn't that crazy? Now Kevin's eyeing Colby Covington, who's ranked number 9. Covington, who only fights once a year, is coming off 2 losses. Kevin could easily handle him and snag that number 9 spot, adding another fighter to his list of victims. Okay? So even though Kevin's not going for the title, he's rising up in those ranks and making money and fighting 4 to 6 times a year. But this is where things get interesting when you see what's happening. If Kevin does make it up the rankings, if he makes it to that number 9 spot, he could hit a point where he's just too high up to avoid 5-round wars with top guys. Muhammad, Shavkat, Brady, Edwards, Usman, Gary, Buckley, Morales. Okay? They're all 5-round fighters at the top. And we already know he doesn't want Morales, who will be right next to him at rank number 8. So there's a chance we could see Kevin Holland become the ultimate gatekeeper of the division. Now let me explain what I mean by this, okay? He'd fight only those who were trying to rise through the ranks, okay? With every fight putting them one step closer to the title shot, but they have to go through Kevin first. because Kevin doesn't want those 5-round fights. So maybe he's not going to fight higher up. He'll just stay at number 9, and whoever comes up has to clunk through Kevin in order to get to the next level. Okay? And Kevin, he'd stay right where he is, fighting 3 to 5 times a year, collecting bonuses, and living the good life in the number 9 position forever. No belt. No problem. Kevin Holland is doing things his way, showing John Jones what it really means to live your best life while being active in the UFC. Jonathan Boner Jones.
Tap here to watch the full episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast.